something really funny happened when I was rewatching with the last episode. Chris was literally doing the dramatic thing with Les.
Yes.
And I'm sitting there, I'm watching on my phone, and it literally goes, and Les opens her eyes. And try Taco Bell's 2 for $1
That's so good.
Jumped to an ad, so it looked like Les's first words after not dying were advertising for Taco fucking Bell,
so
and I fucking
good.
lost it.
Taco Bell
rules.
DMs are open. The year is 2026, and the only way to escape the waking horrors of the real world is to throw yourself into fantasy settings with whimsical characters and actually defeatable bad guys. Welcome back to Saving Throw, the award-winning podcast of Best Show at the 2026 Savies. I didn't rig shit. The people demand Saving Throw.
That's actually true. Also, shout out to the 2,000 people that have watched the Savies. That's awesome.
I'm Chris, I will be your Dungeon Master, and I will rig the awards next year if I fucking have to. I'm joined by our party, which includes Zach as Alistair Nobledrifter.
Shout out to King.
Elise playing Win the Turtle.
Hello.
Prij as Ashbaugh Ramnorance.
No. Shout out, Queen.
David playing Jumper Many Shields. And we have Jason playing Chiron Hemlock.
Dude, I'm not gonna rig any election or anything, but shout out to the kings and queens out there. You're the real homies. Yo, hello.
We jumped from rigging an award show to rigging an election like that.
Yeah, but it's a monarchy, so who cares about there's no elections. Nah.
If you like this show, you can watch it recorded live on Twitch and YouTube, or catch the edited version on our YouTube channel or podcast platforms. If you're actually listening to this part of the intro, leave a comment saying wowie zowie. And if you want to support us, the absolute best way is our Patreon, which gets you access to all kinds of rewards across all of our shows, including being an NPC in this show, some of which we'll meet today. But also, if you really want to support us, you can give us $10. What does $10 get you? Ooh, wouldn't you like to know, Saving Throw boy? It gets you included in this Patreon song.
Thank 'em, gotta thank 'em all our Patreons!
Squat Cobbler, Captain Alexander, Lucha, Dave, Kitsune, Yakisoba, HSM, Earnless, Margs, and Soapy, Yane, Love, Logan, 01, Naomi,
Witch Tower, Kevin, Asian, Selfaria, Arky, Forensic, Beckner, Cole, Smart, Alec, Mystic, Waddy,
Leprechaun, Jacob L, the Other Bear, Waddle Dee, Victor Alexander, Shadowed Navi, Soul Masters BBC, What, Nick Baker, Trojan, Sellert, Mr. Mocha Straw Breaker,
Blue Ghost, Fluff, Guff, Goldwind, The Jester, and on Ruby, John Ashkin, Kira, HD, Everest, and Boomer, Emily.
Plethora of penguins and who needs to sleep Alea, Yakta, S. Lucas AC, JFJ, Nightwing, Cat Floppy, The Driver, Queen Canna, Silent Victory,
Maho Stars, Res, Red, Chris, Will, and Chosen, Tin, Night, Rita, Riser, Bruna, Castio, JC, Foxy, Dick.
and as Bananas, Lord Byron, Siegfried, Nova, The Bomb, Bookworm, and Sheberstein, Cynthios, Nick, Mr. PBL, Hannah, Fluffy, Senpai, Skelrek, Malta.
It's official, Castle, Glow, Pastel, Sunset, Samurai, Anemo, Wero, Monochrome, Gotcha, Average, P.
Kyle the Beard, Ruby Thursday, Champy, the Red Fighter, and the Artsy Envy, Apollo, Callistus, PBL Bean, Mr. Cola, Harukanayagi,
DJ Sloth, TV and Tendon Lighted, Moonstone, Sable, Glutted, and a Swoon Unit.
Dessert Boy Man, Schmuggleblarts, Rick Rat, Dora Maple traveling in a box and Snowcat, Conjuring, Scribes, Croissant, Fulfilla, Written Word, Ginkgo, and Sibylla.
Thank 'em, gotta thank 'em all our Patreons.
Now, let's step back in with what previously happened on Saving Throw, in which Les Carverstone died. Is what I would say if the party didn't absolutely pull one out.
Hell yeah, brother.
Chiron Hemlock almost died, is what I
FMD.
would say if...
Well, he did almost die.
No, he did almost die.
He did almost die.
Through magic, medicine, alchemy, and the sheer power of friendship, after fighting a dragon, being shot repeatedly, overexerting herself, and being drained of magic by known piece of garbage Herzog, Les Carverstone escaped death. With the help of our heroes. Let's fucking go. This, of course, was not without its downsides or difficulties depending on how you look at it. On the bright side, Les lived. The people of Holton Bray stayed. And another Shatterer defeated. Well, I guess the first one defeated because Carmire was an old man in Selfaria.
Oh, we were trying to save that one actually, which kind of sucks.
On the not so good side. TL and Herzog escaped. Their crystal amulet seems to be complete, or at least in operational effect for Herzog to be using it. Les is critically injured. Our party also looking pretty injured just across the board. And Selfaria.
Also Herzog learned a cool shield spell. That fuck.
Herzog stole the shield.
He Sharinganed the shield spell.
And Selfaria, just moments before her demise, did seem to be coming around to autonomy, I guess. Oopsie doodle.
Oopsie.
But now, Selfaria Carmire is gone. A burnt pile of stone and glass and steel. TL and Herzog are gone. One vanishing into Icarus magic and the other running and running before teleporting away. But we remain here. Alive, low on HP, lower on resources, but alive. Anything from all of you before I continue?
Probably not.
We literally frozen where we were, let's say like.
So the last thing that happened on saving throw is that we all believed, especially you, Dr. Man, that Les was dead, dying. You felt her heart stop. But then you felt her heart beat again. And she ended us with a sweet line of, I think I'm ready to retire.
Yeah.
And then we said next time on saving throw.
Right.
So we are 1 millisecond after that.
Okay.
Well, actually, she told us about Taco Bell.
That's
and
true,
then she said, now it's time to retire.
What if she went, Arby's, we have the meats.
Cast mass confusion.
That'd be perfect.
Hey, Chris.
What's up, dog?
Selfaria's sweet rapier still on the ground?
It is, Zachary.
It just happens to be one of those weapons that I own but never use. So, you know, if it's got some cool abilities to it, I'd consider picking it up.
Zach, please acquire one Carmire Rapier, K-A-R-M-I-R-E.
It curses the wielder.
For your effectiveness, you don't know how to use this thing the way she did, but it is still a +1 rapier. That, when the wielder of this rapier is struck by a magical spell, if that magical spell has an element attached to it, the rapier will absorb that element until either the element is expelled or another different element hits you. You have resistance to that type of damage. So if a fireball is thrown at you, you'll eat that damage, great. But then you're gonna store fire in the rapier, and then what do you call it?
Yeah, you want to? Can you drop that for me in the Slack? Just so I can.
I can, but I gotta find it because I appear to have not like I like the outline thing in Google things, and I don't see it right now.
That's cool.
So that was off the top of my head.
All right, that's hey, listen, that's a pretty sick item. So
yes, and then it expires after a long rest. So whatever elements stored.
Great.
Will you learn how to use it more effectively? I don't know.
That's up to me.
I know you described to us, Chris, many times that Selfaria is just dust. But since Ash wouldn't necessarily know that from everything he saw, I will go inspect the remains.
Yeah, so dust
even if that's just confirming that she's dust.
Yeah, dust is the wrong word for it, but yes, that's a great thing. Give me an investigation check. My dice at.
I'm too shooken up to be effective. That wasn't that one.
Ooh. Ash makes his way over to the pile that was once Selfaria to find it. You know, it's kind of fucked up to be like, this was a person a minute ago. Because, yeah, she broke down into a pile of what are effectively rocks. I mean, there's other shit in there, but, like, it's mostly, like, disintegrated stone, I guess you would call it. And there are pieces bigger than others, but it's nothing that it's like, you couldn't put this back together and make a person. But in the wreckage, you do find one piece that actually survived, I guess is the wrong term. but it is the mask that Selfaria wore. The sort of like metal, or not metal, stone sheer dueling mask that Selfaria wore over her face.
Chiron sweats loudly.
Lack of face. it's like half broken, but it's there.
I don't know if I technically got this back, but what I would be doing is, I'm still not feeling great, but
your hand is currently on Les Coverstone's heart. But yeah, disengaging from that.
I'm gonna I don't think I ever clarified that I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna take back the locket that I might have combined with her hand or something like that.
Right, you've wrapped her hand around your locket.
Correct. So I'm gonna grab the locket, but in doing so, because I'm so fucking exhausted, if somebody wants to, I don't know if anybody else is around, you will catch a glimpse of what's on the locket maybe here. So that's
the Chiron deep lore.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like there holding Les's hand, so
yeah,
as was Roa. Errol's also there.
Chris, do you want to do this in your flavorful words, or do you want me to describe it? I don't know, up to you.
Give me a perception check. Junver? Wynn's not here. Alistair, what are you doing?
I think I was here by the time.
Get a sword.
If I remember
you were,
correctly,
but
I did cast a heal on her.
Alistair and Junver, give me a...
Alistair's picking up a sword. Boo.
Oh, it's a good point.
Listen, I'm fine to not be included in this.
It's gonna be Junver, and then I'm also gonna have Errol and Roa roll, but that'll be a secret.
They're not our party members.
Exactly.
I got a total of 19.
Woo!
Oh, Mr. Perception.
Junver, as sort of, oh my God, Les lived. We all sort of like we all sort of go back to one, as it were, and sort of try to pull ourselves back from the emotional whiplash of we thought she was dead. And people start to put their shit back, as it were, including Chiron, who takes that locket that he sort of entrusted to Les in her nearly dying moments and checks it himself before putting it back away. And then for the slightest of seconds, Junver, you sort of glance down almost out of instinct to see what the fuck is going on with that locket of his. And inside of it, you see it's a locket, so it's two sides. On one side is something written, but it's much too small for you to see at distance. And on the other side is a small, very small portrait of a woman. And the main thing you're able to discern with that 19, in a split second of looking, is that it is a young-ish half-elven woman. And then as Karen, tucks the locket back in, your eyes sort of keep moving, and you catch the eyes of Errol Mar, who you were both looking the same thing down, and you go boop and look at each other.
Oh yeah, gamers.
Interesting.
I love that it's canon that our characters are also just as equally interested in the Chiron deep lore as all of us are.
Well, because it's like, come on, you gotta know. And more on that in a mo. Anything else here as we hover around a downed Les?
I guess that mask that is on Selfaria is is that just a piece of, is that a mask, or can I Arcana check that, see if it means anything?
Yeah. Give me an Arcana check.
That is a 19.
This is clearly a device, a designed magical crystal item. Clearly Carmire in nature, just by come on, fucking look at it. And also it was on Selfaria. It appears to be damaged substantially by the fighting that just happened and the fact that it was shot. But you suspect that with time and noodling, you might actually be able to repair this thing and figure out what the fuck it sort of added or did for her.
Thank God he's
Pocketing
a sorcerer.
Shit.
Yeah.
Pocketing that shit. Something survived. Time to tinker. Just need a tailor, soldier, and spy.
Damn it, Prij. I was thinking about making that joke.
Wow. Get Toby Jones in here. But all of that, I should say, was yesterday. Yesterday, Yes.
Today. Damn it.
Wow, nice. Because with all of that fresh in our minds, we are all one by one waking up. And I've lured you into my sexy trap because it's time for the hit segment. I'm pretty sure we partied. In which case, I ask you probing questions about our party members to help build character beats, you absolute fools. This question comes from community member Waddles as, and it's perfectly appropriate because how does our party sleep? Are we restless sleepers, night owls, insomniacs? Do we sleep like a fucking rock? Do we have a feather that elevates over our mouths as we honk and shoo?
Junver better.
Alistair, go!
I mean, half-elves have that weird thing where, like, they kind of don't sleep, they kind of just meditate. But I'd like to think...
That's normal. Half-elves sleep normally. They just need less of it.
Night elves, no, half-elves definitely sleep still.
Okay, well, then I think... I mean, I was going to say, regardless, I do think Alistair does love to be horizontal, be cozy under the sheets. Just absolutely snuggling up. I guess technically if he doesn't have to sleep as much, he would do...
I think they can subsist off 6 hours as opposed to anything more.
Well, then he probably does what I would do if
so I'm a half elf?
Nice.
Facts.
Yeah. I think that means all humans are half elves, because who the fuck's getting more than 6 hours of sleep nowadays? What fucking world are they living in, and can I join?
I would use the extra hours to I don't know, tinker with guitar stuff or come up with new music. Write in my journal, because God knows I don't have the extra 2 hours in a day to have a journal.
Throw it to somebody else.
Elise.
Yeah. Well, one of the fun things about being a turtle is that you've got a shell.
Facts.
And one of the few things one of the few times when uses her shell to go in is to sleep.
That's sick.
And she does still appreciate a bed, because you still got stuff, you still got feeling there, and it's nice to sink in and cozy up and be warm. But yeah, she is not a light sleeper, but it does take a little bit to get to sleep. A bit of a night owl, I think, as we've established, but still getting a good amount of sleep, I think.
Oh yeah.
How about Jumper? You sleep in that armor?
No.
But he does sleep on shields.
I was gonna say, do I have an unsharpened buckler bed buddy? Who's to say? Not gonna put that out there in the world. But I think Jumper is just overall a restless sleeper, and if he's in a bed that's along a wall, he'll definitely lay against the wall and try and get the cold feeling of the wood or stone or whatever to kind of bring him back to Grayton a little bit.
Love that.
He wants that ice, but the rest of the world ain't that cold.
That's beautiful, dude. I love that.
Chiron is usually not sleeping pretty great, because based off what he's seen medically and previous before what happened in terms of that, he kind of replays some scenarios through his head a lot, pretty often.
You mean Chiron dwells in the past? What?
A little bit, maybe. But he replays some things that happened. So he that happens, and then I think the bandages, usually if he's in company when he sleeps, might stay on, but in terms of, which is also probably not great, he's like a heat pump basically then, if it's hot or heated, I don't know. And then but if he's alone, I would assume whatever Chiron is potentially shown. So with the bandages off and stuff, he does have to take them off and clean them every once in a while. So he finds anywhere he can sleep, though. He can sleep anywhere, because based off on being on the streets, you could just sleep on a bag of rice or something like that as a pillow. Anything you could find, just that makes a bed.
So pre-clockwork, I would say Ash probably had a pretty normal sleeping schedule. like probably stayed up a little late than would be healthy, but probably slept pretty normally and slept enough hours. Post clockwork, and especially recently, his a bit like what Kyra was saying, his mind's much more jumbled. It is much harder to get a good night's sleep. It's much harder to fall asleep. He's staying up later, not sleeping well through the night, but still forcing himself to get up at a normal time. So it's now probably less than 6 hours of very, very rough sleep at this point. And if he wakes up with something on his mind, he's getting out of bed and working on it for several hours. He's not just rolling over. He's going to be sleep for 2 hours, up for 2 hours, sleep for 2 hours, then maybe get up after that.
All right. Well, then, however each of us does, we all find ourselves waking up, I should say, in comfortable beds in small but cozy rooms. Excuse me. Even those of us that normally would consider ourselves not the best of sleepers, just either through the fact that these are some cozy ass beds, or the absolute physical exertion of just, fighting with the strongest person we've met for an hour will do to you. We all find ourselves waking up. Golden flecks of light slipping through windows, and outside those windows, grapes. As far as the eye can see, grapes.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
As we all awake in the vineyard of the Carverstone family.
The shitty vineyard.
Yep.
The shitty vineyard.
The vines
the
could
vineyard
be fine,
might be nice, just the wine
is
isn't.
bad.
Yeah, the vineyard sounds like a really pleasant place. They just produce shit wine.
That's fair.
Basement toilet wine.
Toilet wine at grand scale.
From the
Carverstone Vineyard is
wine, not the best
pretty fucking massive. The kind of old proper chalet built with plenty of time, love, and the type of money and acclaim one gets for saving the world. And this morning, which would normally be a quiet morning in a quiet town, sounds fill the once calm halls of the Carverstone Vineyard. Outside of the rooms you were all set up to rest in, to heal, to decompress, and I'll note that you are all given separate rooms, people bustle around. Dwarves in particular, as the Carverstone family sees to a variety of tasks. Some home tasks, as you smell food coming up from the kitchen, and hear tables being set. Others, the tasks of the vineyard. Pails of water being brought out from the main house, wheelbarrows being filled with actual barrels. And lastly, a few members of the Carverstone family tend to the crowd. The crowd! Yes, as news of the clash between TL and Les atop the Holton Bray fortress spread like fucking wildfire through the town. And even as they pick up the pieces from the attack from Spawn yesterday, the people of Holton Bray still find time to come up to the vineyard. Some bringing gifts, flowers, food, some just coming to see if Les is in fact alive, or how bad it truly was. Kids run around the house and try to peek through windows. Roa Bell is outside attempting to distract them by playing a game of chase around the chalet. But for the most part, people wait outside in a long line, being seen by some of Les's many children, who try their best to calm the line of well-wishers and curious types, a line that, as mentioned, has grown long, even in the very early morning light that still burns a decent amount of red and blue.
Just to be clear, so Les has like a shit ton of kids?
Yes! More on that in a moment.
Okay.
Because moments before all of this, while everyone else was waking up, Junver.
Oh.
Junver, you walk about the grounds of the Carverstone Vineyard. You're actually on your way back to the main house. Because while you, like everyone, slept, you also woke up in the middle of the night and worked on something where no one else would see you. Junver, what are you holding all furled up in your hands?
It's a very large piece of parchment paper. Just in a roll.
Some might call it a scroll.
A scroll.
And with that scroll, you're heading back to the Carverstone house, perhaps to rest, perhaps check in on everyone else as the sun has begun to rise over Holton Bray Valley, and well-wishers slowly awake, gathering in and around the Carverstone Vineyard. However, As you move across the gardens and grapevines, a familiar sound strikes your ear. The familiar ring of hammer striking metal. The ringing sound.
I gotta go look at that.
The ringing sound of work being done. And as you approach the side of the Carverstone house, you're able to see a small little side workshop where they likely maintain the equipment and make barrels for the wine. But there's not a cooper at work here. And yes, I googled what a barrel maker is called. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, no, it's Cooper.
Yeah, it's a Cooper.
I typed hooper, but that's incorrect.
That's close.
It's not a cooper working in this little workshop. It's a smith. In particular, a silver and goldsmith. Junver, you round the corner to see a familiar minotaur working the forge. Langrim Greenale, the very same craftsman who you spent some time with in Rontmar, who you were decently sure was based in Rontmar. He is here, working on something. With thin strips of metal, he is tempering and bending into large circles. Junver. He calls without looking up from his work. You're up early.
You're not in Rontmar?
Junver, bored conversationalist.
Wang response. I was just in town, visiting an old friend. It's what you do at our age.
How? Rude to ask that question. Never mind.
You get the answer to your question is you get the impression old.
Just like racking my brain. I'm like, how old? How long do Minotaurs live?
Well, I don't know like actual D&D rules, but I think they're like they're one of those like they can live like 300, 500 year type races.
All right.
Yeah.
Less is, to your knowledge, at least 300, probably older.
Huh. Well,
Oh, you're 80.
I'm 69. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Are you still 69?
I mean, it depends how long this campaign's been going on. Maybe I'm 70 now.
Probably like 8 months. Something like that.
Nice.
Alright.
Probably 70 now. Well, guess this saves me a trip. I'll walk over to Langrim.
Can I get an investigation check?
Yeah. Ooh, I don't think my investigation's good. Nope, it's bad. 12.
He is making a wheel, or in particular, he's making 2 wheels. So I'm giving you the 12.
I mean, what are you making?
Working on something to help Les. I don't know if you heard, her condition is, Long pause there as he sort of like takes a second and like looks like not steps back, but like looks back from what he's working on. What about you, Junver? His eyes like drift to you, but in particular to that scroll. What are you working on there?
Something I need your help with, but before we get to that, I'd rather help you with what you're doing first.
He grunts again and looks over like the wheels. Well, all right. Grab a chisel and a hammer. Oh, and a lathe. Oh, and bring that adze over here. And then very quickly you are being put to work. And you and Langrim start assembling wheels. 2 of them, as I mentioned, with long metal spokes. And as he is sort of like tempering the metal to sort of bend it around into that round shape, he's like actively like heating it with magic and like, you know, keeping it nice and malleable. And then, Junver, Langrim says something unprompted to you. We don't make runes anymore. We don't write them from bare cloth. Not anymore, at least. It can be dangerous. And then he looks at you. You know that.
I do. sometimes the danger's worthwhile.
Langrim sets his small hammer down, and you once again wonder how those big-ass Minotaur hands can use a tool so delicate and fine. He strokes a bearded chin. It's not always about what you can do or what you should do. Sometimes it's about what you choose not to do, even if you have the strength.
I need the option, Langrim.
Insight check.
Ooh.
8.
Damn.
There's very clearly something he is avoiding here, or trying not to say. But that's all I can give you. All right. Let me see what you got. Jennifer, what's on that scroll?
It's a rune.
Yes,
Really,
it is.
really big rune.
How big is it?
Big.
It's real big. It's essentially a big rune, and unlike a lot of the other runes, it's more of an art piece. It's not writing. It's kind of 2 runes fused together.
Mm-hmm.
One looks, there's not an exact translation for either of the words, but like one is protection, one is safety, and they're kind of just weaved together in ways that look more like calligraphy or like the runic interpretation of oh god, what was it? The like fancy text on the books that was in like Pentiment.
There is a
illuminated text.
Yes.
Kind of like trying to get to that artistic level, but with like, giant runes.
Yes.
Right.
Ooh.
And on that, as you've presented it, Langrim looks at it for a while, eyes sort of like scanning it over and over again. It's a singular rune, like it's not like it's that much. It's not like it's not an essay. It's theoretically one character. A rune would be a singular character in a magical incantation. But then he finally just says, "Won't work," and he hands the scroll back to you. You can't just take one and add another. They all mean something, but together, they don't mean anything. If you want... really shouldn't tell you this. If you want to write your own, it has to be your own. Jennifer, Arcana check.
Okay. So -1, but with advantage. I got a nat 1 and an 18, so
right,
17.
18.
Damn,
17.
nice.
Strictly speaking, that is incorrect. Combining runes is absolutely a thing you can do. That's like a basic principle of rune knighting. And in fact, it's, for your understanding, what TL also does as a rune archer. But Langrim is claiming that that is not the case. For some strange reason, you believe him. He continues. Here, let me teach you something I learned a long time ago. Jennifer, you sit with Langrim for a while, and he etches a rune into the dirt, and you copy it. Slowly, methodically, noticing smaller and smaller details in it that all but vanish when you pull too far back. And you copy it and copy it and copy it until the sun is properly up in Holtenbray. And Jennifer, once you copy it properly, you discover you have learned the old cloud rune.
Ooh.
The old cloud rune. Whenever you would invoke the cloud rune, you may choose to invoke the old cloud rune instead.
Ooh.
The old cloud rune can intercept any attack or targeted ability /spell.
Whoa!
For example, you could use it on a fireball, but not like lightning bolt or plant growth. I wonder why Chris explicitly said that last one.
We'll probably never know.
The old cloud rune will force whatever attack, ability, spell, whatever it intercepts to instead be redirected towards the user of the old cloud rune. If it is an attack, it must now succeed against the user's AC instead of the original target. If the user were to be damaged by the attack, the damage is lowered by 1d10. If this effect is used on a spell or anything requiring a saving throw, the user rolls the saving throw as long as it is Strength, Charisma, Wisdom, Int, or Con. However, if it is a Dex saving throw, the user automatically fails the check.
I mean, I'd fail it anyway, so that's fine. That's fine.
I'm gonna DM you this.
Yeah, thank you.
Langram Greenale explains that the old cloud rune is not about making danger go away. It is about knowing when it is best to tackle danger yourself and when not to. He echoes what he said earlier. Sometimes it's not about what you do, it's about what you choose not to do. And then the bell rings from the main house, calling for breakfast.
Oh.
And we'll zoom out of Junver for a second. And we'll hop over to Chiron. Chiron, you're in the room you were set up in for the night, and you hear a knock at the door.
Did I just wake up, I assume?
I'm gonna leave that up to you. It's so like this would be taking place during Junver's little chit chat. So like, you know, it's still very early morning.
I'm trying to think, would I have? Because I got fucked up pretty bad, so I would assume I'd have to like go through like almost everything and touch up. But I don't know how prepared I would be. So, who is it?
Errol. As it apparently is Errol Marr outside of your door.
Errol, can you give me maybe, I don't know, 5-10 minutes?
Yeah. Sure, I guess. And you hear the creaking of wood as he is apparently leaning on the outside like wall of your room.
Okay, Errol, relax.
He is relaxing.
Yeah.
He's leaning.
Yeah, well, I thought he was like leaning in.
Yes,
he's got his like, yeah.
Doesn't leave. That's worth note.
Yeah. Okay, Chiron has got to get ready to go. So, all of his old bandages are pretty fucking shot. They've been torn to shreds. They were diseased. Even though he's feeling confident that, even though they're feeling confident, yeah, even though they're feeling confident, like Chiron, like I don't know if there's a fucking fireplace in my room. That would be kind of funny if there were. It'd be fitting. I'm burning all this shit.
I'll say yes. They gave you last night. You requested one with a fireplace, and they were like, "Yeah, we got that."
Yeah, this stuff needs to be fucking cleansed. I'm burning this shit. I still feel confident. Even though Chiron is burning this and he isn't feeling like, he obviously went through pretty gruesome stuff to his standards, at least the last time. Surprisingly feeling more hardy with, like, when he has the bandages off. I would say he's feeling a little bit more resilient, because it's like this is probably the first time he feels good without him on. Like physically, he's like, this is like strange. He feels like, oh wow, like it kind of like empowering without them on. Because normally he feels different. I would say he feels obviously like more exposed, and just like he just feels different with them out. Like he feels unusual. This is like the first time he like feels confident, or like at least not as exposed without him on.
Semi-comfortable.
So that's something unique. Yeah. Still, like, obviously would prefer to have something covering him up, so that's why he is going to end up maybe not his actual like wear. He might only do like his arms, like put the cloak on instead of like his full body, just so his outer outer shell, if you will, is covered up a little bit.
Chiron's carapace.
Not the Chiron carapace is covered up. So, just the outer areas, and then just any. I'll probably go
exoskeleton.
with we'll go with just like the happy
arms and like
sad
the face,
mask.
like...
Yeah, arms.
Okay.
And then so it won't take too long. Then I answer the door for right now, so that shouldn't take long. Yeah, I'll honor the 5 minutes. So.
The door opens, and yeah, it's Errol Marr. Notably weird looking without his hat on. Just looks wrong. That curly black hair not compressed down to the usual hat hair look.
Okay.
Boss lady's here. She's asking for us. He says simply, but then lingers there for a second. Chiron, you notice Errol looking at you. Perhaps it has something to do with your different sort of wrapping, as we just mentioned, and perhaps it's just a bit closer of a look than you've noticed before. And he says, "Hey, Doc, can I ask you something?"
Do I? Tell me more about Arrow again, just for the folks at home, but to kind of remind myself a little bit about this.
I mean, so like Errol is a hero. Him, Rowan Herzog would have graduated probably a year or two before all of you goobs. He seems to be a pretty on the level guy. You actually were the first person from our party to encounter him when Ro was having some sort of episode with her spirit thing inside of the guild, and you and Errol like restrained it. He was there the night of the assassination of the Emperor. He was like the one that met us at the guild, and he was injured from the Jung's Holler incident, which was mostly a joke because I was removing the cowboy hat man from the cowboy zone. And yeah, obviously he's from Holton Bray. He's from here. Less trained him. We also know that.
All right. If you're asking about the blemish that's under the right side eyelid, I don't have any medical advice for you right now, Aramar. But if you would insist on anything else, what is it?
He pauses again as if he seems to be unsure if he wants to ask this question. Where'd you get that mask? The one you always wear, the red and white one. Referring to the one in your character art, obviously.
Yeah, it's because I'm like wearing something else. It's like, if you insist, there was one poor younger boy. I don't know how young he was. He was dying, and I tried everything I could to save him. And it was some kind of disease, illness. I don't know what it was. Maybe just some kind of fate tearing him down until he just got pulled to the grave. I don't know what it was. I tried everything I could to save him. And he couldn't afford to pay me at all, but that's just how it was on the streets. And he just gave me whatever he had on him. And at the time, it was his mask that he just had. And unfortunately, like I said, he didn't make it. I try my best, and sometimes trying your best is not good enough, and I found that out the hard way. So yes, that is where I've got it. I didn't know his name. You never really find out too much about him besides just what's dealing or causing them pain and strife. But unfortunately, this is all I have. So yes, it is not technically mine, but yeah, I would like to think it's part of who I am.
Huh. I heard about them, masks like that, and I heard about like doctors wearing them. I always thought it was something with keeping disease out, right, or something like that. But
they do help. It's both. It luckily has an application outside of just a sentimental piece, if you will.
Errol looks at you. His eyes are fixed on yours, where they rest behind the mask and the bandages. Does it make it easier, Doc? Is it just that it's easier that way when someone dies, when you let them down, when you can't help anymore, that they don't see you're afraid too? Insight check.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah. Always worried about those first rolls. 26.
Jeez.
I plus
What
7
the
on insight,
fuck?
There's definitely a reason Errol is coming to you for this question. Like and the other thing is like you're not sure of what that is. But the thing you are sure of is these are not questions about Chiron. This is his weird way of trying to confide in someone.
When I know your blood type is AB, okay?
We have AB in this universe? Okay.
But if you have anything that is hurting you or anybody else, I will be happy to assist you in any way. And you can come up straight up and just ask me if it's something specific you would like to ask. But the mask and hiding it makes it easier, yes, because now they can focus on getting better instead of figuring out who I am. They just focus on me being a helpful provider. So I always want to just be that beacon for somebody else, because that's what I owe pretty much the rest of my life for.
Errol nods, but you can tell that he's lingering on a particular thing you said, which is that line about anyone can come to you. And he sort of just goes, but I'm fine. Really? And he rolls up his sleeve. He's not wounded. He's not hurt from yesterday. It's just that I trusted that. A long pause. I trusted him with my life, with Roa's, with everyone's. Because of him, I gotta go down there right now, and I gotta look less in the eye, knowing that it's because I trusted him, because I opened my big mouth back in Rottmore that we even came here in the first place, and now she's... Errol's sentence drifts off again, and you hear the dulled creak of grinding teeth as he tenses his jaw. Doc, what do you do when you've done all you can?
We've all trusted him. We all heard. I know you knew him better than I did, but we all trusted him. He tricked all of us. You can't hold it responsibly for that. It'll tear your inside out until you're all, well, more than just your intestines, your stomach, your kidney, all of those medical parts. Obviously, it'll tear those out until you're just beyond that, a mesh of things. But you have to understand that it's not your fault. Now, what do you do? I don't know. I ask myself the same question every day, and I didn't do enough then. And I promise I will always try to do my best to save and protect. I failed once, and it hurt. And Chiron pauses. And kind of like, again, goes to like his chest, because like I'm sure he doesn't know what I'm going toward, but he's like, he just goes there. He just like pauses, thinks about it for a second. He's like, you live for them. You live for somebody else. They would have liked that to happen. So they would have liked you if they keep going. So you just keep going as best you can. Even though you failed, somebody else needs you. So.
Errol nods at that, and you two share a second there where neither of you seems to know if the other one's going to say anything else in this conversation. And then the bell calls for breakfast. You hear a ding-da-ding-da-ding. And Errol goes, right. Thank you.
Chiron's not used to doing this, but he extends a glove / whatever bandage thing on his hand. He's like out to shake his hand.
And you two shake on it. It's an easy 8 out of 10 handshake. It's a primo handshake.
Nice.
Not perfect. It's good. And yes, the breakfast bell. As one by one, you all file into the main floor of the Carverstone house. Some of you come from upstairs, some of you come from downstairs, one of you coming from outside. into the Carverstone house, where dwarves of various ages scuttle about. And at the center of it all, an elderly dwarf man runs the show, ordering his children, nieces, nephews, and so on about. Set the tables, grab that, bring those flowers over here, on and on and on. A whirlwind of activity directed by a dwarven man in a nice but stained apron. Upon spotting, I'm going to let someone that hasn't done stuff in a while talk, and I'm going to say Ashbaugh and Alistair. Upon spotting you two, he quickly directs you over. Oh, well, good morning there. Thought you would sleep a bit more what with the rumpus yesterday, but I suppose we're making a rumpus of our own down here this morning.
Is he from Fantasy, Minnesota?
Yeah, shut up, though.
Good morning. Sorry, I don't think we've been...
Oh, golly, in all the harumph, I forgot my manners. Ronald Carverstone, hope the beds weren't too stiff. We don't really get 5 guests at a time all that often.
No. Trust me, after...
The amenities were fine, Mr. Carverstone.
After yesterday, I think a rock would have been a great bed.
Responding to Ash. Oh, you can call me Ron. Most everyone does. Ronald is my father. Well, not actually. His name was Bert. Bertrand, really. Bertrand Doobie of the Holton Bray Doobies, don't you know? But, well, when your wife saves the world, it's just a bit better to take her last name. And whoo, Willie, let me tell you. Ron Carverstone, apparently actual last name Doobie. Shout out longtime patron Don Ruby for Ron Doobie here.
That's so good, dude.
That's cool.
Ron Carverstone, much like his wife, seems to have a way to just carry on a conversation entirely one-sided and just keep fucking talking. And he goes on, and for about 3.5 minutes, you get a much too detailed explanation of the Doobies of Holton Bray Valley and their long lineage here.
So Ron Doobie married Carverstone.
Yeah, and he took her last name. What are you gonna do? She beat God, idiot.
No. I'm not mad about him taking her name. I'm laughing at the weed jokes.
Yeah, the Doobies and the Stones got together.
Yeah, come on.
Completely unrelated. Right. Now, why don't you all get settled in the dining room with Les and Marin and Cassie? Bess and Jess just gotta finish up breakfast now. You guys all make your way into the dining room as Ron repeatedly calls after the many, many children of him and Les, including Jess, Tess, Bess, Ness, Chess, Hess, and the bad boy of the family, Wes.
Let's go. are just to ask, are any of these patron names, or you just
No, that's just a gag.
Okay. Yeah. Sick.
We need to get
one of
this
them's Wes.
family on the stream
Yes.
playing Pico Park 2. Jesus.
Yeah, I want to shit on Chris for doing that, but in my Ash story, I did make the Birchwood brothers, who are Trent, Kent, and Brent. So I really can't make fun of Chris for doing that.
No, it's
such
a great
good
joke.
bit. It's
It's a great joke.
And you all make your way into the dining room. I'll say we all reconvene here now. A long wooden table in a cozy sunlit room. At the head of the table sits Les, who looks fucked up, but otherwise no major wounds. She's not actively bleeding or anything like that. Also
Alive.
at the table are the familiar faces of Marin, Darmay, Vessler, and Kassira, as all four of the guild heads have assembled here in the Carverstone family dining room.
I mean, if they're here, I would probably say, hey, so I'm assuming you're here because the spawn issue was taken care of in the whole rest of the empire? Like, that's good.
Marin shoots you the dirtiest fucking look imaginable as she is sitting next to her almost dead friend, and Vessler intercedes. Yes, it seems that as we stand currently, everything has returned to status quo, which we can all agree. Weird how quickly that resolved itself, right? Insight check, Alistair.
Fuck. Fuck. It's been a very long time, but that's a nat 1 for me.
Whew. Oh, hey, Vessler's here.
Yeah. Damn, man. I mean, if there's a roll to have a nat 1 on, I guess I'm happy it's that, but fuck.
That's fair.
It's
Go ahead. What?
It's almost like the spawn were being controlled by someone. I say, not giving anything away.
I was like, do we know enough to be like, hey, yeah, that is weird, Win? Like, I forget what you did and didn't tell us from Win's big day out.
I don't think we learned that much.
Yeah. If we don't know, then obviously I can't ask a question.
Win gave us the I just re-listened to this today. Win gave us like the high level what happened with her brother, but did not tell us about any of the RLA Marin stuff. Was what we were told. So I'm assuming that means we heard about the singing part, but not the rest of that.
Yes, but I don't think anyone else knows about the singing part who wasn't there.
Okay. So then we wouldn't know that your brother has the ability to command spawn.
Unless Marin told somebody else.
And Marin would know, but
Marin ain't told nobody. Marin ain't a fucking snitch.
Yeah.
Great. So Vessler would not know.
Marin was too busy not going to therapy, so I don't think...
Vessler has been kept in the dark on a lot of things.
Wow.
Good.
Yeah. On that last note about it's like something was commanding them all or something like that. Darmay speaks, or much like Vessler and Marin were thinking on last time, something along the lines of something shook them all at once, and they just attacked the nearest thing. That's one of the most intermediate. That was Marin's going theory at the end of the last episode.
Sure, I think even if that was the case, like, I mean, hey, that's something we should still... Sorry, it's breakfast. I don't mean to get into the whole, battle strategy here. Good morning.
Thank you for saying that. Les says, exactly, god damn it, it's breakfast and I'm tired. Everyone sit down. My house. And breakfast is brought out.
I nearly died yesterday. I don't need to feel like I'm gonna die today.
Same.
Please.
I did too.
Stop.
Get in line, Sonny. Sit down and have some damn eggs. And breakfast is brought out. Wave after wave of breakfast. Eggs, bacon, sausage, hash browns, rolls, toast, pork belly, risotto, steamed Dungeness crab. As you learned, oh man, these dwarves know how to fucking eat, baby. And of course,
they know how to make everything except wine.
And of course, even for breakfast, copious amounts and cups of Carverstone wine are served.
Great.
Junver is housing breakfast, by the way.
And look,
in a way you've never seen him eat before.
You take a sip. It's
like a
not
shonen
good
anime
wine.
protagonist.
It's clearly bad, cheap wine. But when you can have a gallon of it, you're not going to complain.
I mean, yeah, no, that's very true. Especially after everything we've been through.
This is the part where I ask you all, as everyone houses their fucking breakfast, what do we tell everyone assembled here, or more accurately, is there anything we don't want to tell or talk about?
That's right. Shit. I do have to darken the mood. Turning to Marin. Did Herzog have a house or living area at the guild?
Vessler is, during this whole conversation, I'm taking notes out. Writing stuff down. Quickly, and repeatedly shaking his head as he's looking through several pieces of parchment. He'll answer that question. Well, unfortunately, no, we discovered this morning, we knew this, but we pieced it together this morning that while he did not maintain a quarters inside the guild, he had an apartment in Rontmar, and by the time we got there this morning, it was... Well, I would say abandoned, but that's actually not the correct term. Someone had already been in there and turned it over.
Damn it.
So, most heroes live inside the guild barracks because it's just it's free housing, baby. And they feed you. However, you don't have to. If you want to get an apartment in the city, you're more than welcome to. Herzog, for some reason, which I guess would probably seem weird because he's the mute guy. Prior to this, everything he does seems kind of weird. Chose to have his own private place. And this morning, I guess, as soon as we found out Herzog bad guy, Vessler sent a bunch of people over to go turn the fucking place over to find out that it was already turned the fuck over.
Yeah.
All right, well, fine. we'll talk more about that later. We'll talk more about what to do with that later then.
As we're going,
I unhappily eat some eggs.
You unhappily eat eggs.
Look,
Also true.
You have
it's a
a
dire time.
You have a frown on your face when you eat the eggs.
If anything, that just says how dark it is right now that we're sadly eating eggs.
I don't know if you all heard this, but referring to like the new people here, but he was speaking in song. He was a warlock, which we've had some suspicions, but no evidence of a connection between the cult and the Shatterers. And I think this is...
Wynn did not communicate this to anyone last time. Wynn, did you tell them this after the fight, or is this the first time the whole table is hearing about it?
Well, I think everyone else at least heard or didn't hear, but saw him speaking.
Oh, also, you guys all would have seen Eldritch Blast, which you would recognize as a warlock spell.
We saw the Eldritch Blast, if nothing else.
And Leo cast that in Junk's Holler, so you would have you know what that is. Okay, so
I don't think me saying this reveals that like I know song. I just saw him saying something, and maybe I didn't hear it. You know?
Okay.
Or
Marin
I can hear it. You know?
Aghast at this information. And is just like fully stops like mid bite and is just like, what? He was a warlock and he was using the song the whole time and I never heard it?
Well, we didn't know either, considering how much we've spent with him before. He was not, as far as we know, doing so before, or at least he was concealing it very well.
Vessler speaks. I just don't understand. Across all of his missions, both as a professional and as the academy, there's no overlap. Nothing with the cult. Nothing with. I don't even see where he logically could have intersected with TL without Roa, Errol, or someone noticing. He had such a standard career. How is he possibly keeping all of this a secret?
Well, I think we've all learned
Because
that
they're
he's
easier to
pretty
keep when you
good
don't
at
talk.
being subtle.
Alistair looks at the camera.
The Seinfeld riff plays.
Executive producer Dick Wolf. Errol and Rose. Okay,
before I say something, the only other time we know we met Herzog as an evil bastard was at the Ondal estate, right?
Here is the on-screen antics of one Herzog. One, he was one of the Shatterers present at Darmay's party. The thing. I don't want to do a diatribe about this, but I will note Herzog was invited to that party and declined. As one of the members of the guild.
Interesting.
We then, that very same night, after the Emperor was killed, we went back to the guild, where there was an emblazoned, magically casted, fuck you to Marin, saying the Guildmaster is dead, the Guildmaster is dead, the Guildmaster is dead, which Herzog was trying to dispel. It is obviously apparent that he was the one who cast it.
He was not trying that hard.
Yeah, he wasn't at all. We then met him in Jung's Holler. He was called in as backup. That appeared to have been in no way or shape or form like nefarious Herzog antics. That was him keeping up doing his job.
He arrived.
However, at the very end, we used Herzog to slip and hide the books, the two the two cult books that we had acquired from the town. One of which was about turning spawn and other materials into crystals, which Ash got back from Herzog and kept. The other one was the one on general cult practices, which Herzog kept.
I did not remember that at all. Thank you for that reminder. Holy shit.
I did forget that.
Completely.
So he kept the book on general occult practices, but gave us back the one about turning spawn into crystals.
Yeah, so the one that Ash kept was much more written like an academic journal, like a lab notebook or whatever. Yeah. The other one was half written in common, half written in song. So we actually couldn't even fully understand what it was talking about. It seemed to be like instructions of how to do cult activity written in both, but we weren't fully certain of that. Mm-hmm. We do now understand that he would have been able to read it the whole time.
Chat is freaking the fuck out right now. I love this.
Boom!
Okay.
Errol and Roa sit on one side of the table. They hardly touch their food. Errol speaks. Nothing ever changed about him. Sure, he was weird. He was Herzog. He was always fucking weird. I should have noticed whatever I didn't notice. Vessler speaks. Unless nothing ever changed because he was always on their side. Vessler speaks, unearthing a page from the stack. A young man suspected to be a teenager found with latent magical ability was apprehended by Shatterguard. They note illegal magic use, indicated his name was Herzog, and while seeming to be mute, his ability to read and write seemed to be at a high literacy level. He was turned over to the Adventurers Academy, and from there, Kasira now speaks, eyes flashing with magic as she casts her mind back. An exemplary student, in the true definition of it, a very good example of everything. Magical ability, competence, ability to take direction. He breezed through classes and trials. I do recall a discussion I had with one of the members of the faculty that he just picked up on things abnormally quickly. But I never detected anything untoward from him, merely a good deal of magic.
I think it's safe to say he fooled a lot of us.
If only I would have analyzed all of his pieces individually. And just shakes,
I don't know if Alistair's sitting next to Chiron, but I want to pat his shoulder.
Ash, you were saying?
I guess. Errol Roa, did he? I apologize for having to start a questioning session here at breakfast. We can obviously wait to do something more thorough, but just were there places you knew he frequented? Anyone else in the guild he spent a lot of time with?
Didn't Roa know something about?
It seems like, again, we don't want to assume, but it's worth operating under the assumption he's been a double agent from the start. So
yes,
we need to dig as much as we can to try and see if he was sloppy in any capacity about leaving us a clue.
Roa speaks. Well, I mean, no. If anything, Herzog liked his alone time. After a mission or whatever, he'd usually... Oh, God damn it, he was going off and doing evil shit, wasn't he? He would, go off and, take a few days off to himself. He, would joke about going to the beach sometimes. That's a joke.
Take me to the beach.
But no, Roa could
you also know the ancient chants.
Roa and Errol both have the ability to communicate with Herzog telepathically.
Okay.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
But right. As I will say, and this is something that is actually important, so I'm just going to flat out tell you, what we learned last time is that his telepathic communication is not cult shit, because Wynn could not overhear it.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
That's a separate thing.
Yep.
Darmy, I'll speak. Here's what I believe we have here. Just based on...
Who'd you say speaking?
Darmy. Based on everything we know, it sounds like he's not any of these things. He's not a warlock, and he's not a wizard, and he's not a sorcerer. I believe Herzog might just be able to do any kind of magic. And she looks to Kasira on this, which would make him at least at the level of an echelon of magic, if not your level, Lady Kasira.
I mean, we haven't mentioned the whole shield thing, the giant shield magic yet, right?
I thought we would have.
If we have,
Yeah, there's
let's
no
mention
reason to
that.
keep that hidden.
Yeah.
Well,
I think we were getting to that, but it wasn't the first thing we talked about.
I'll loop back to that. Vessler is once again still taking notes on all this. Okay, so in addition to that, we suspect that he has access to a wide variety of spells copied from all of the things he's seen as a hero, in addition to his ability to now cast Dame Protector Carverstone's Bulwark spell. Albeit a substantially worse version of it seems. He's trying to lay that on like it's a plus. He's like, come on, look at the bright side, guys.
It's a shit version.
Vessler will now ask, and what was this about this amulet necklace business?
I mean, what we saw, it absorbed magic.
Mhm.
Like the main reason they even showed up there was to kill that giant spawn and absorb its magic
Yes.
into the
And
crystal.
it seemed that killing the spawn was like a big get for the crystal because it was huge. At that point, they were cool to pass it from Salfaria, who was handling it, to Herzog, but it was still absorbing magic because when Les was near death, it was sucking
Still
magic
took
out.
some of the magic. Yeah.
So it isn't
We had to-
false,
But
I guess.
The reason
We
they
have
came
at least-
wasn't for less. Is the thing I'm pointing out is like they did, as far as we can tell, like Les wasn't the target. It was the spawn. Les
It
was.
seemed. I would even say it's Errol, I guess. It seemed like it was just convenient, or I guess inconvenient, that it had to be here. TL didn't really want to fight last, at least I don't think. Based on what y'all said, he's talking to y'all.
I mean, I'll specifically bring up the fact that Herzog took a shot at Les that damaged TL, and she was pissed about.
And hey, I wasn't conscious for this, but TL also didn't want Herzog to fire at Les. Like she was like, no.
Oh yeah, no. Just to be clear, like TL, Herzog charged up the laser shot. The I think it was electric.
He fired his. It was
firing his
lightning
laser
bolt.
beams.
Lightning
Yes.
bolt. It was the most classic.
My point is, it didn't
And
seem.
TL was like,
it wasn't
"No!"
that TL was.
Yeah.
It wasn't that TL was like concerned for herself though. TL
Yes.
was like, no, don't shoot.
TL did not
Les.
want Les to take damage. Yes. TL, for however fucked up she is, did not want Les to die in this assault.
This,
Yeah, go ahead.
if anything, very much confirms a piece of information we got from Troten. If you recall, Troten declared that there were only, I believe, 2 true Shatterers. This continues to lay potentially an avenue for us, and something that Miss Jadestone also proved. They do not all have the same goal, and at times are all very likely and willing to backstab and injure one another.
Fessler
Very
notes on that. And I wonder just how many of them believe they're the number 2 in that 2.
All of them
good
probably.
Troten certainly thinks he does. Troten certainly thinks he is.
And I can't imagine TL is in any sort of situation in which she does not think she's the one in control.
No, and TL might think she's number 1.
We have to assume such. And we have to assume whatever their goal was with that amulet, they have succeeded in it. Especially with your note of Herzog's ability to duplicate magic, and that he, I guess seemingly, tried to abandon TL there by teleporting away without her.
This absorbing seems to at least be a related technology, and I apologize, Miss Ondal, but to the weapon used to attack you at your estate.
And worth
Maybe
note,
not-
it
maybe
is
not
the
the-
exact same necklace.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck.
Although the thing with when they stabbed Darmay, they were using a like crystal dagger that was like a direct soul transfer Shao Kahn
I
type.
guess that's more what I was pointing. Yeah, I guess that's more what I was pointing. So it's not the exact same mechanism, but okay, if you do tell me it's the same.
Give
necklace.
me an Arcana check, Ash.
You can roll. That's 25.
Nice.
Okay. Upon like sort of as you're talking it out and as you're thinking it out, you make the connection to it as almost like stabbing Darmay was like using a fire starter, like using like a match to start a fire. But once it was going, now that crystal is like doing this either on its own or at the behest of whoever is controlling it, but it doesn't need that direct of a connection anymore. It seems to have like it's just that much more. Got that much more juice.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Anything else before I move us along here?
Moving right along.
I don't know. I mean, I could theorize forever about this, but I don't have any insightful new things to mention at this moment. So I will pass.
Yeah, I mean, they've talked about a bunch. I guess just because I'm a spiteful fucker and you can make this a crazy high roll, I don't have a good ability in it. Any insight I can make on Vessler writing all this shit down, like as the information we convey, just because we're suspicious of him. If you want to,
I'm so excited to learn what Zach's with Zach's insane skepticism on Vessler turns out.
We have plenty of reason to suspect.
I'm very curious. I'm very curious what's going to happen.
Well, hold on, because I'm not even saying he's
the only.
Yeah,
with Zach.
That's just the most outward.
Because I have the most scenes with Vessler, like.
True. Yeah, that's fair. Well, you have another scene with Vessler? Shut up.
What's my insight? Oh, insight's +4. That's 17. It's okay. It's good, but like,
I mean, like, you know, he doesn't seem to pause at any moments that seem sus or anything like that. Like, you know, other than like
if he's a liar, he knows the fucking line he's got to toe right now. This piece of shit.
I'll say like the biggest pause for everyone is the revelation that Herzog was apparently a warlock, because that's obviously like big news.
Yeah, it's huge.
But like, I mean, for the most part, like when he's taking notes, it's the exact same as how he is at any given meeting.
Nobody else reacted crazy to him doing the shield, the big shield.
Oh yeah, so we sort of like said that in a strange way. Yeah. On all of that, the immediate, I'm just gonna listen to your insight check. Yeah. The immediate reaction to a lot of things here, his ability to duplicate magic. Kasira and Darmay both look at that from like an analytical, where, you know, wizard brains, to people where it's like, well, that's like the craziest thing you've ever fucking said in life. What do you mean he can copy magic? At the mention of Les's bulwark being captured, Les is like she's like not addressing it. Like she's not she doesn't say anything. Marin looks furious, but at the addition of you mentioning that TL didn't seem to want to kill Les, Marin has her like hand on the table, and it's like you can hear like the wood straining under her fingers. She's like trying to like not make a scene about that.
Not snap the table in half.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with that, breakfast is eaten. Les is helped out to the front porch to greet the well-wishers and, in a way, reassure the people of Holton Bray that their protector of 400 years is alive, but finally ready to hang up her shield and mace. Marin chats with Kasira and Darmay. Vessler is writing something. It looks like a letter. And Ron Carverstone pulls you five aside for a moment. Now, I know you heroes do this for all your reasons, and I'll never understand why. Heck now, Les even helps out with the Stantons on the other side of the valley, and those guys are real dicks. But anyway, I can't have you going all the way, have you all going away without knowing we're real thankful for everything you do and being there for my Les. And now don't tell old Mayor Bear about this, but... And Ron Carverstone / Doobie slips you all a small pouch each. Ooh. And in that pouch, 300 gold each.
Oh, fuck.
and a joint.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you
$300,
can't tell me
that's
that
your-
Ronald Carver Stone does not smoke weed. Fuck you.
Look, his wife goes off and like fights
Ronald
dragons and shit. He's got to have a way to decompress.
This is his coping mechanism. Yeah,
Exactly.
he had a joint that he'd saved for generations before last night.
Oh, the doobies have been rolling up in this valley for thousands of years.
Yeah, you get it. The doobies have been rolling up in this valley. That's so good, dude.
Thanks, man. And in his thanks and well-wishing, and despite your simply best efforts to say no in the politest way you can, you all find yourselves sent home with a crate of wine each. A crate of carvers and wine bottles.
Fuck.
Oh,
All right.
incredible.
All right.
Darmay and Vessler also try to get away without taking wine. Vessler claiming she needs her Darmay saying she needs her hands to cast, which is true. Vessler is being like, "Oh, I have my cane. Oh, I can't carry it." So Ron just makes Marin carry 2 more crates.
That's hilarious.
Marin's like, "You gotta learn to just stop fighting it."
That's so good.
Before we seemingly get
Denver.
teleported away, Chris, can I talk to Langram super quick?
Sure, he's out there. In the time you went inside and ate breakfast, when you left, you guys had completed 2 wheels. He has built a wheelchair in like 35 minutes.
Oh,
That's
incredible.
crazy.
Fair to him, the wheels are the hard part in a wheelchair.
Yes, that's very fair. But it's got like cushioned seats. The whole thing. Good. What's up?
Is there a forge or a fire nearby? I assume yes.
No, this yeah, actually there'd be a forge. I don't really know barrel making. Yes.
I mean, you need something to bend the iron for the outside.
That's true. Yeah, good point. Yeah. Yes, there's a forge.
So I will walk up to the forge and take the rolled up parchment and toss it in and burn it and just say I'll be more careful, Langram, but I'm still going to do something. I think I know how to do it.
The Minotaur nods at you and gives one of the usual grunts in response. But then as you're walking away, he addresses you one last time. It wasn't that bad. He's referring to your drawing of the rune.
Nice.
But that's it.
There's something more important than what I wrote on there. And I'll leave at that.
You return to the group, and Marin signals to Darmay to get us the fuck out of here. But it specifically notes for her to stay behind so she can bring Les when Les is ready to leave. And as in the usual flow, you are all raised up above the ground and flung through the world and back into the main office of the guild in Rockmar.
We're home.
And yes, Vessler speaks. Right. Well, I will get to work on doing whatever we can to hunt down Herzog, revoking magical privileges, warrants, and bounties. I'll need to write to the Shatterguard as well. We'll label him a rogue and a traitor. He's somewhat like talking to himself. If anything is needed, I'll be in my office. Now that it's just back to the group of us, Marin. All right. Let's get to brass tacks. We continue as planned. We get into the archive. We get that book. We figure out what the fuck is going on, and we punch anything that moves.
It
That
does
sounds like a
unfortunately
plan.
remain our only viable lead. As
Right.
unfortunate as that is, it really is the best chance we have to be proactive in this fight. Is to pray that Chair's notes can give us some clue to at least the Shadow Guard's role in all this.
Yes, and for everyone at home / our party, a reminder of what happened about 3.5 months ago on.
We were going to do a
Time.
heist.
No.
Yes, is that we have Raviom's book, which is basically 1/3 of his brain. We learned that another third of it is inexplicably here in the city, even though it absolutely should not be. And that's suspicious. We also found out that it is inside the Shatterguard archive, a highly secured building where they keep, the evidence and shit like that. It's also just like records and everything. Everything. It's the main bureaucratic office. It's the Library of Congress. So it has, levels of security and shit like that. We will revisit what we're actually going to do there in a second. The other thing is that the original reason we're going to break into this place was just Ash, and it was because Nora Fleur, sister of Taya Fleur from the very first season, was like, hey, I'm almost certain the Shatterguard killed my sister. And I have a distinct feeling that she hid basically all of her evidence inside of a, like a mission report in the Shatterguard archives.
Yeah.
So, we will come back to that very, very shortly. But before that, we have to handle the usual clerical stuff to set us up for this big arc maneuver. Firstly, I'm going to say that's going to be it for the day for me. Everyone will disperse. Yeah. And we'll go about our usual downtime thing. We have, I don't know, like 11 days or some shit until the coronation. More on that in a moment.
Fuck. Dog.
Firstly, let's talk about level ups, because everyone is level 10.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Let's start in reverse order from last time. So Ash, level 10. What's it look like?
All right. Really only 3 things of note. Thanks to my meta magic, I now get 1 more meta magic option, which means I had lost distance spell to get subtle spell a couple levels ago, but now I'm getting distance spell back. So that just adds 1 more way I can alter my magic.
Mm-hmm.
And then distance spell, just you either get to double the range of a spell, or make a touch spell have a 30 foot distance.
Subtle spell, by your definition, you have to spend a sorcery point on it.
Yeah, all my meta magic is 1 to 3 sorcery points.
Now that you have both unlocked, I will say subtle to line up with how it works in the universe, i.e. with Herzog's. I will say subtle spell is a default. It is always on by default.
Ooh, that's very nice.
Really overpowered. Thanks.
Gotcha, baby.
Yeah, that's very strong.
Yeah, I guess I'm never getting counterspelled again.
There you go.
And then the only other 2s of note is I get 1 more cantrip and 1 more level 5 spell. Cantrip's a kind of funny thing to get at level 10 because it's not the most important thing, but
you never know.
I took Ray of Frost.
A classic. Hayo's favorite spell from Legends of Runeterra.
Oh, dude.
And then for my level 5 spell, I now know telekinesis.
Nice.
Ooh.
So next time we have to carry around another unconscious person, I can just move them with my mind.
Telekinesis is so fucking strong too, by the way, because it's not
good
it's
in
the way it's coded really fucking differently from a lot of spells to save against it, because you can telekinesis like such crazy shit.
I mean, I think it's an intelligence contest versus their strength contest to move an unwilling person. I want to say.
That's so funny.
I don't remember exactly, but yeah. So that's it for me. I obviously then I also get 6 more HP, so I'm now at 62 HP.
Nice.
Chiron, monks, level 10.
Probably the word. Based off the one, maybe when season 2 starts, I'll actually go to the other one, but I didn't.
It'll actually be good
for all of season. It's terrible. It helps Chiron. It helps Chiron specifically. I'm probably the best person for this specific one, to be honest. Thank God. But I can't be poisoned or diseased anymore. That's the fucking it. And then it helps specifically me. I get a little bit extra movement too.
Huge
but
for the
that's
Chiron
literally
lore.
it. Yeah, that's it. Just can't be poisoned or diseased. So, which is again good for specifically me, but like, man, we're not playing in the 80s or 90s anymore. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah. No, 2014 Monk has some issues.
Yeah, it's like
but if Herzog uses harm on you again, it just won't do anything, and then you just boom. Let's hear you, son of a bitch.
I learned.
It's pretty good.
Reminds me of the paladin one. They have like the one that can't be diseased as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Is that all you get at level 10?
Yep.
Bro.
Jesus.
Terrible.
Damn.
Damn. That's a rough one.
Rune Knight.
I got a bunch of small things. So my damage die when I'm big went up from a D6 to a D8. for the extra damage. I got more HP. I'm at like 104 now. I got another second wind usage. I got another weapon mastery that I'm never going to use because I only use shields. So that's kind of a moot point. And then I also got a new rune. So I got the Hill Giant rune, which, chatting with Chris before, I have like stacking poison resistances from
So
being,
I'm gonna give you
Super Giant.
I'm gonna give you, because you would have double poison resist now, which like the rules is written, you just get one and get fucked. I'm gonna give you immunity to regular poisons. If we fight something that is like a super magical poison wizard, maybe I'll give him a specific thing. But like for standard run of the mill,
I still get
poison.
I have
you're good.
still normal resistance to poison damage anyway, even if you're only giving me resistance to the poison condition.
No, I'm giving you immunity to the poison condition, 100%.
I just mean I also have resistance to poison damage in addition to that anyway.
Don't worry about that. If I'm not gonna, I don't have a giant snake boss plan, so you're fine for right now.
Poison damage is pretty rare.
We can't be all immune to poison, by the way. That's all I'm saying.
Then Christmas will never use it.
Yeah.
I'm not immune, but I have lesser restoration, so you can go ahead and poison me. I'll get rid of it next turn.
You say that.
I'm gonna use my new invention, sexy poison.
Should I say
something about
I got
poison?
Chris, or do you want me to do it later?
No, you should say. Well, you should roll the number right now and then explain what happens to everyone. So I'm gonna say this exact part that we're talking about right now takes place literally overnight. As Junver is rolling, is it how many? It's 3d4 you're rolling, Junver?
3d4, yeah. 3d4.
Okay, give us the number, please.
8.
The next morning, as you guys are all walking around, everyone goes down for breakfast. Junver is 8 inches taller than he was yesterday. and to be real clear, everyone noticed it. The whole guild.
8 inches is a lot, dog.
Everyone's like,
man.
Yeah, it's a pretty
crazy.
big growth.
so
spurt.
here, because I wrote this right before we started, here are the prevailing theories for what happened to Junver across the guild.
Okay.
Number 1, some magic bullshit.
Yeah.
Number 2,
Probably right.
did we all just think Junver was shorter than he actually is?
Mandela effects.
Number 3, he is permanently casting some sort of enlarged spell, and it's like a personal complex thing.
Oh, it's like that Steven Universe episode.
Number 4, did the dwarf guy that says he's a giant start wearing lifts?
8 inches.
like really high lifts.
Like 2-inch lifts is the max you're getting away with. That's crazy.
Everyone's just looking at my shoes like, what?
Yeah. Like,
absolutely.
It's an ongoing theory. People are getting data. They're reporting to each other. Whispers are happening.
There's a betting pool about it.
I can't believe running it.
There's
Who else?
there's a member of the
27.
guild whose name is Cal She. That is opening bets on.
Fuck you, Zach.
Oh, man.
I'm glad that went
Make sure to
over.
put on the end of savings are on Calshi.
That was good, Zach.
Thanks. Al.
But yeah, that's permanent. I'm just permanently 8 inches tall.
That's really interesting.
Junver's pulling a Patrick Star from the SpongeBob movie. Yeah, you got the big heels on.
That is a real Rune Knight feature.
It's so like why? Like that's awesomely thematic for Junver, but like what the fuck?
I mean,
Hey, what does that mean for other room nights?
The explanation in the book is that like you just have been using rune magic so much that like the essence of giant is like seeping into you.
That's really interesting. I mean,
The
listen,
magic of your runes permanently alters you.
I grew from ages 12 to 14. I grew a foot in 2 years. I grew 6 inches each year. And I remember how fucking terrible my knees felt for those 2 years of that growth spurt. I can't imagine how terrible Junver felt in that one night.
I mean,
Elise.
I felt real bad till I realized how much shorter everything in the world looked to me, and then I'm like, never mind, this is great. I don't care how bad.
Dude, if I could have suffered, if I could have suffered that in one night, I'd be like, oh fuck yeah, let's go.
Oh, you were 4 foot flat before. You're 4'8" now.
I was
Okay.
4 feet before, now I'm 4 feet.
So, yeah.
So I'm still short.
You're still short. Yeah. Now you're just a very tall dwarf.
You're just barely shorter than Vic IRL.
You walk in the next day, and Marin's like walking in with her cup of coffee in the morning. She looks at you. You're taller than she is now. And she goes, "Motherfucker! Damn it. I hate this fucking place." Elise with the turtle, who is now a level 9 druid, not 10,
level
because
9
Elise has
druid.
1 level in Warlock.
Divine Soul Sorcerer. Divine Soul Sorcerer. Yeah, so max HP up to 82, and then in terms of talking about pretty easy level because it's just level 5 spells. Very exciting for me. Not much to talk about. I currently have prepared Transmute Rock, which is like what if plant growth also restrained. So have fun with that.
Troton's gonna love it.
Wall of Stone.
Yeah, just Troton.
Wall of Stone, which is the one I've really been itching for. It's basically like a slightly worse version of Wall of Force, but it has some other fun applications. And then a fun one, Tree Stride. I can walk into a tree and walk out of another tree 500 feet away.
Oh, so it's basically Dimension Door,
Just
but for
you, or can you
trees.
bring partners?
I think it's just you.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
but
Tree
you
mentioned
the
door?
poison? No.
Wait, how is that ability not called Tree Mention Door? This game's garbage.
That's
That
pretty
is
good.
garbage.
Like, come on, man. Tree Mention Door is amazing.
Yeah. But as a druid,
And-
you know, there's a bunch of other ones that you can always prepare.
And Alistair. Bard, level 10 Bard.
Hey, Bard is level 10 for Bards is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. My health went up to 63, which is cool. I also got another expertise level, so it's +9 to my ability score or spell attack modifier. Spell save is now 17, which is pretty nice. And I also get 2 new spells because I'm a College of Lore Bard from any spell school, which I can also redistribute amongst my other spells. I have a lot of new spells, if I'm being real.
I don't think that's a lore thing. I think you just get that.
Oh,
I think that's all bards.
all right. Well, I have a lot of
Magical
spells.
Secrets is yeah.
The war bards are fucking cracked. They get
Warbards just get early magical
get fine.
secrets.
Oh, okay.
Get fine steed. Yeah, get fine steed.
Oh,
Man.
oh,
He got
Jason, you better believe that I got
Everybody
find
takes it.
specifically
Everybody
find
takes it,
greater
man.
steed. Alistair, just to prep you,
Make it-
Chris, because find greater steed lets you summon a mount.
Yep.
We'll call it.
Make every paladin mad on
And
your
you
party.
can sleep, and your spell slot will come back.
It doesn't go away until
Until I either dismiss it or it dies. Alistair is gonna have a little friend around. And we'll talk about that character when we get there.
Oh no, I am gonna hate this. I take it all back. I thought I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna hate it. Now I'm gonna hate it.
Yeah.
Great.
Just be careful. Just be careful. We know how Chiron gets around horses.
No, that's true. I will have to watch
Keep your
him.
new friend safe.
I will have to watch
Alistair's
him.
gonna have like a fucking elk named Tony Chopper
keep
or
it
something.
secret.
Dude, that would have been so good. I didn't even think about that.
Characters would have suddenly developed a much higher chance of attacking his steed for some reason.
As Griffin, a Pegasus, a Periton, a Direwolf, a Rhinoceros, or a Saber-toothed Tiger.
You should get a Pegasus named Maximilian.
I'm
You boy.
genuinely so mad, Chris, because that was the joke I wrote down. I wasn't about to reveal it, but the fact that you guessed the exact joke, I'm like, I do have to admit that it's a Pegasus named Maximilian.
He has a really long hair, like it was like a fringe.
Oh yeah, you know what he's gonna talk like.
He talks.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He knows Celestial, Common, Elvish, Sylvan. Oh, but can't speak.
Holy shit!
Oh, he understands all those languages.
Oh fuck!
You can
he
speak
can't
to him in anything.
What would you like to know, Junver boy?
Oh, I'm so mad that he can't speak. I'm so sad about that. I was so ready.
Okay, continuing our usual cleanup. It's time to see Blackout Billy, and some mysterious godlike voice calls down from above and says, "If you want things from Billy, maybe put the request in now. No.
What about the other items usually we get to? Which order would you prefer us to?
This was not
wasn't
a mission.
Yeah.
This was like a response. This was like a response to a crisis. That's why I had.
Cares? It's still a mission.
No, you guys have
a mission.
Hey, you guys have exactly 5 magical items, 6 for Alistair because he got away around it. Going into the final thing. Shut the fuck up.
Well, 5 of those magical items. We've got.
Yes, not counting other shit you found randomly, which there's a couple.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, Blackout Billy. You all approach Blackout Billy's bargain bazaar to discover that he has a trap door beneath his shack that you've never noticed before, and he suddenly emerges from it covered head to toe in what looks to be like ash or maybe like coal, and he like quickly discards a pickaxe down the thing and hubs back up. Hey fellas, what's going on? How you doing?
Hi, Blackout Billy.
I'm not even gonna ask.
You know, trust
Billy,
me, you don't want to know.
I don't. You're right. You're right. I really don't.
Huh? Oh no, this is great. This is my natural musk. What can I do you for? Hey, you're back. You want those halfling juices? They're still fresh.
Yeah, how much was the jar of halfling cum again?
they're fresh halfling juices, I'll have you know.
I thought he already had those.
No, he couldn't afford them. They were
No,
$600.
Oh, fuck.
No, I recall us making a joke how you were halfway to something when you rolled 2 nat 1s last time.
We did make that joke, but he hadn't bought them. We just said it.
Okay, yeah, we just making a joke for joke's sake.
Because I had to buy other things. How much?
That's fine. I just want to make sure my memory wasn't going insane.
600 gold, Trevor.
I do not remember this bit. Hey,
I have 500.
that's pretty close.
And just a reminder for everyone, bottled halfling juices. If you lather yourself with this and really get it into the pores, and if you're exceptionally unlucky, it'll make you less so. If you roll 2 nat 1s in a single session, the second nat 1 you can re-roll. If you roll 3, nothing. If you roll 4, you can re-roll the 4th one. But if you somehow manage to roll 6, you explode.
Okay. Hey, Billy.
That would be the funniest way for us to have a player kill.
That would be.
Now, it doesn't say he dies. It doesn't say he dies. It just says he explodes.
And they are pressed halfling juices, so you know.
Billy, I'm fully aware that this would probably be. Listen, I'm friends with this Arrowmar at this point. It would probably just be better for me to ask him and his family for this. But for the sake of the game, wink at the camera. How much would it cost for one of those potions that restores a spell slot of each level?
Oh, do I want to give these as a thing that are?
I was gonna say, ain't that a secret family recipe?
Yeah, I think that's a secret family recipe. You're gonna have to ask Errol if you want them, and he's gonna have to make them.
Okay, then I won't spend my money here.
Is anyone giving Jennifer money so we can buy this halfling cum or not?
Well, I need to know what I'm trying to buy.
Oh my god, I will loan you 50 gold. Because I'll loan you 100 gold. Fuck off.
I'll loan 50 as well. We can both.
Okay, yeah. We're both loaning 50 gold.
What?
I think so.
Damn it.
I think so.
Great. Does anyone have anything they want Billy to procure for next time? Magical item, weird thing.
Ooh. All right, let me put it this way, because this is really what I want. I don't care about 1 for every level. Can I have something that gives me 1 4th and or 5th level spell slot extra? Not slot, but like ability to cast. Because I have a lot of new 4 and 5 level spell slots.
Okay.
I mean,
Billy will work on acquiring that for you for next time. Some sort of like.
Because I can only cast 2 5-level spells, and I have 3.
Billy speaks.
I have 4, douchebag. Who cares?
Yeah, well,
you don't get to cast little spells a lot.
Oh, I'd like to cast more. I'm willing to drop money on this, Prij. Sorry.
All right, hold on. God damn it! Why are we getting so mad about Blackout Billy?
People are mad
You
at
act-
me
you
for
act
no
like-
reason. I'm just asking for
You act
cool
like
things.
you act like 300 gold is like a lot of money. You know, like those potions would be like over 1,000. By the way,
Hey, Jason, I have more than 300 gold. I'm just lowballing Billy. All right, shut the fuck up.
That's funny.
301, but it's fine.
Billy will see what he can cook up for that. Well, it's not really an exact practice of saving spell sluts, whatever that means. But let me see what I can do to possibly give you a chance of not using as much magic when you would use magic. A wink.
Okay, that works for me.
I was like, Chris,
Maybe something that lets me give up 2 first level spell slots for 1 5th level spell slot. I don't know.
How about do you have a thing that lets me auto win the encounter if I fucking punch like one time?
No.
Billy takes out an AK-47. Yeah, you looking for this?
That's not what I'm asking.
Ooh. I'm all in on that, actually.
Okay, anyone else have anything you want Billy to cook on for next time?
No, not really. I bought the only 2 things I care about from him.
Anytime Billy gets mask, that's what I would always say. Just any mask or anything is always interesting to me.
He can look for a new mask
You can
for
come
you.
up with something clever. Yeah.
Yeah, I like thinking of masks. Elise?
Billy. And you know what? I'm just gonna turn my like arm into a fucking wing, like an eagle wing. Billy, I can do this. I can do this. And I can do that with my whole body too. I just didn't want to.
I've seen better. You just whipped out like one of the most impressive druid crafts ever, Billy. And you're like decently certain he just doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, but he's like trying to play it cool.
Yeah. I can defend myself pretty well as I am. I can run pretty fast thanks to your little boots there.
Your little boots there.
But when
These are crazy.
But when I transform, I don't have a whole lot. Is there anything like an amulet or I don't know, a ring, something like that could make me maybe stronger, faster, better, faster, stronger?
If you're looking for an Omnitrix, I'm
Harder, better, faster, stronger.
I would say
Thank you for that. That
give
was
me,
really
give me
good.
another
Elise.
pair of whatever Wynn's boots were that
No,
fucking we gutted.
We already nerfed them.
Can I get them back?
We cut them literally in half. They got all fucked up. So sorry. Wait, what are you asking for? You want something that makes your
To Chris, I want something, and I don't want to be specific right now because I just thought of this, but basically something that makes my wild shapes, like, I don't know, have armor or run faster or something like that, you know?
interesting. Let me think
Or-
on this and like how I would even make it work.
Yeah,
But
I mean, look, we've got probably 3 months until the next time, so we can
next time we
workshop
see
something.
Billy. Yeah, I mean, I'm not against this. Kyron, how much money you got?
Do I want to just tell you the truth, or is that
You should tell Chris the
400.
truth, and you can tell Billy a different number if
400.
you want to.
400?
Well, actually, you know what, mask guy? I got a mask for you. I took this off Mask Man Monty, known bastard. And he produces a mask that just looks to be a dude's face. This here is the mask of that guy's face. This mask.
It's what's on the tin.
Is he ugly, or is he a good
it's
guy, or
like-
does he have a?
It's like a dude with a big mustache, kind of a big nose. Rather than that, relatively normal looking. The mask of that guy's face allows the wearer to don the face of anyone they can currently see. So it allows you to have turn your face into the face of anyone is within your eyesight.
How long can I hold that for? Could I
As
see
long
him then,
as long as they are no, it's as long as they're in vision.
I don't know if that helps. That I mean, because if I pretend to be them,
It's confusing.
It's certainly confusing.
Ah, there's two of us. Ah!
How much does that, Billy? How much? Oh, sorry, Billy. How much does that cost?
500 gold.
I put on blackout Billy's mask. Actually, it's 300. Actually, it's 330 gold. Oh wow!
I give.
Hey, wait, hold on.
I instantly strum a fucking bardic inspiration. Yep.
Hold on. You can keep bardic inspiration, but I like it's strong. Great. You do that. He goes, hang on. You tried this last time. Billy pulls out a mirror. You are your own man. You don't need to listen to the other voices. And he goes back to you. Haha! I've defeated your subterfuge.
He's learning. This is dangerous.
My God, he's going to therapy. No.
Honestly, that's good for him. He needs it.
He needs it. No, he'll go down to 450 for you.
I think that means I'm not going to be able to buy what I want, but I'm happy to give it to you, Chiron.
Well, yours is going to be a next time. I got to figure out what.
Yeah, I'll give you the 50.
You might be
for
able.
this.
You might be able to also wear it too. It might help you because if we're going to the
It's true.
heist,
Yeah.
I can let you borrow
Would be good
this.
for heist.
I'll give you 50 gold.
Okay, I'll let you borrow it for the heist because I'd probably be sneaking in, like climbing somewhere, as opposed to, I would assume, not going in the front door.
All right,
Because talking
so
is not
I'm
my
at,
strong suit to get into the
335
door.
gold then instead. There you go.
Okay.
That's 0.
And with that,
Send me that, Chris, when you can.
yes, I made it up as we were talking, so I'll have to write it down. But yeah, I mean, it's a mask that you can, if you see a guy, you can be that guy. Just your face, by the way. It's not your whole body. Okay, and then one last bit of clerical stuff before I'm gonna say like that's gonna be the cut, and we'll go to what will be end up being the second episode here. Alistair wants to scry because he hates me.
Yeah.